I chose politics because the teachers are great, the topics are interesting, and we get to discuss the current politics around the world.
I like politics because it makes us well-informed students.
I love politics because it is so relevant and interesting, especially in such unprecedented times.
Those were the voices of just 3 of the current lower 6. Welcome to Politics. My name is Mr. Fuller and I'm Head of Politics at St Peter's, and with Mr. Gwilliam we teach all the politics in the 6th form in 2 classrooms based on the 6th form corridor in the main building. In the Bailey room we're lucky to have a big oval table, just a bit like the cabinet table. It's a Harkness table used for seminar style teaching, and it involves everyone being part of the discussion and part of the class. Nobody gets left out. Every year we go to London and have a full access all areas tour of the Houses of Parliament. We pop into the Supreme Court, where St Peterites seem to have taken over as the justices for the UK Supreme Court. And we walk along Downing Street to see the famous Black Door and see which politicians might be about, or at least to see Larry the Cat. Every 2 years we go to Washington and have a really fantastic 10 days, hosted by a school in Bethesda, a lovely suburb on the edge of DC. We get to visit Congress. We tour all the memorials, the Vietnam, Korea, World War II memorials to American service dead. We pop into the White House. There's plenty of time to explore, to shop, to go to cafes, and to see what's an amazing, beautiful, planned green city. Politics really comes alive at St Peter's when there's a big national event. And in the last few years, we've had several mock elections and, as in this photo, a mock referendum in 2016. In all of these events, the whole school's involved in voting, but politics students often enjoy taking the lead. Politics also comes alive with a whole array of visiting speakers. We're fortunate to be visited by local MPs like Julian Sturdy, old Peterites who are in politics like Neil Carmichael, MP. Big national names come as well. Liberal Democrat leader Vince Cable, the Archbishop of Canterbury's envoy and hostage Terry Waite, the first woman Asian cabinet minister Saida Varsi, a Yorkshire woman, Chris Mullin, a long-serving Labour minister. We also had a visit from the leader of the Yorkshire Party, and to many people's surprise, in the school's mock election in 2019, it was the Yorkshire Party which swept to victory. So what's politics all about? Well, it starts at the bottom. It starts with us. It starts with citizens and voters and our participation, and it goes via Parliament to look at the leaders and the Prime Minister and what they do. But I suppose in a word, it's about power and how that's used and how that can be used to benefit everybody. Politics in the lower 6 is about the UK. So we look at things like elections. And in these photos you can see comedy candidate Lord Buckethead and monster raving Looney Party leader looking as though he's the winner in Theresa May's constituency, challenging her to be the MP. And I'm sure it won't surprise you to know that both of those gentlemen lost and Theresa May was safely returned as MP for Maidenhead. We also look at big debates about the future of politics, the House of Lords, the role of the Prime Minister, devolution, and so on. Politics is also about big ideas, and to understand how we think as individuals and how leaders think and behave, we need to know the big ideas that have shaped politics. And they're the large part of what we do in the summer term of the lower 6. The upper 6 is about US politics. Again, there's a core of theory to study, the institutions and organisation of the American political system. but there are always live controversies and events which are of great interest to us and help bring an extra dimension to students' essays and answers to get the very top grades. So we'll be following all the twists and turns as Trump leaves and as Biden becomes president, and what that means for America and the world. Anyone taking politics or any A-level subject wants to be a success, of course, and maybe in politics it's a little bit harder to judge because you haven't studied it before. A key thing to remember is nobody has studied it before. There isn't a GCSE in politics, and everybody in the country, as well as at St Peter's, is new to the subject at A-level. But bring the right attitude, take an interest, work hard, and you can succeed. Perhaps if you've been successful in these subjects at GCSE, then you'll do well in politics. You will have to write essays, you will have to be good with words, but there's a lot more to it than that. Politics combines well with a whole range of different subjects at A-level. In fact, many of our students are scientists or linguists at heart, and they choose politics as a fourth subject, as something to broaden their interests. But if you're studying history or philosophy or geography or economics, politics will sit very well with that, and you'll see some overlaps in what you're studying. Wherever you're going next, politics will help develop your skills of communication and argument and analysis, and it might lead you to a degree in a related subject, but it might just give you a great A-level result which you can use to get into any course or any profession of your choice. Even though it's 2 years away, people always ask about the exams that we take. There are 3 1-hour 20-minute exams, and we follow the edXL syllabus, something to remember if you're looking more into politics and what's involved online. We're very proud of the excellent results our students have and the A-stars, A's and B's that they've won over the last few years. Obviously, there's a lot to think about as you make these big decisions for next year. Look into politics, look at what's happening. The best thing to do, though, is to talk to students you know who've already studied the subject or are studying it now and see what they say about it. They will be able to give you a student insight, and I hope they've enjoyed the subject, and I'm sure most of them would recommend it. You can find out more about the edXL syllabus online, and of course you're very welcome to get in touch, parents or students, with me at school via email, and you can look at what we're doing and the issues that come up on social media too. Thank you for following this presentation. I hope it's answered some of your questions, and I look forward to seeing lots of you in the Bailey or Greenway room in September, ready to start this really exciting and engaging subject, which I'm sure you'll be able to make a success of. Thank you very much.